Hi guys, it's me. Hello, and I am back. Hello. Sorry I haven't been posting in a while. I'm running out of ideas what to post. But here I am and I have an idea on what to post. So, you guys may be wondering, what is Shark Boy's backstory? In the video where I said my comic video, there was not much information about his backstory. But after that, I posted a video and I got this comment by Memorable Looks, and they said, "Dang, what happened to Sharkanu?" And I'm expecting her asking what the backstory is, because if you were saying anything else, then I don't know. So, on the Historic Hysteria vid that I posted a few weeks ago. So here I am now telling you the backstory. Memorable Looks, comment on this video if this was what you're asking for, please. Oh my, I'm sluttering too much. I'm gonna put captions this time because people are saying my voice is sped up and it's annoying for them. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, moving on to the actual point of this video, where I tell you guys his whole backstory. I'm probably gonna put pictures. I'm not sure, but maybe I'll put pictures to help you guys. So, Shark Boy, his name is not Shark Boy. That's what I named it. That's what people call him. But his actual name is Levi. So, Levi / Shark Boy, as a kid, Levi was a really troublemaker. He was a troublemaker, and he did lots of bad stuff. He was in my class. He was, the baddest boy ever. And proven by this picture here, my teacher says no going in the water. And you know what he does? He goes in the water. And, the reason why she said not to go in the water, because, first of all, there's sharks, apparently, and, we could drown or get lost or get our clothes wet, and we don't want to deal with that, right? But he goes in the water because Levi, as you can see, he has a little shark thing on his head. He loves sharks, so he wants to go see the sharks. So he goes in the water, and as you can see, he gets eaten by the sharks, and things happen, and, stuff happens, and it's bad. So, I didn't really capture this part in the actual comic, but Levi was actually taken to the hospital, and he was alive, apparently. He's now alive. And something was wrong with him. He had fur, and, a fin on his head. His headpiece wouldn't come off. The shark thing on his head is actually a headband, but it wouldn't come off. So they realized that it was apparently attached to his head. So then they took him to the lab, and they started experimenting on him. They put him unconscious on the hospital, but I don't know. And then they started testing on him, testing, until he started to transform. He started to turn white, and started growing fur, and started growing, stuff. And the scientist says, "It's working, we're finally growing a human shark." But something was wrong with him. His tail. His tail is not a normal shark tail. His tail was a triangle with two lines on it, just like his headpiece. And that's how he was a failed experiment. Shark Boy was supposed to be the world's famous human shark, because they found out that he was turning into a shark because he got bitten by multiple sharks, and yeah. But then he failed, and then they locked him in this room for him to die. So they would just wait for him to die until he was fully dead. Shark Boy was smart. He knew that he had to escape. So then he broke out of the place, and alarms went off. He ran and ran. He jumped into the ocean and then swam away. They couldn't find him since. So then Shark Boy, he was just in the water, and he saw some other sharks. The other sharks came over to him and started just I don't know, making fun of him. I don't know, making fun of him in shark language or whatever it is. Making fun of his tail. Levi was really sad because as Levi, when he was actually alive, he also got made fun of for his facial features. So yeah, he swam away, swam. He was getting tired until he was stranded on the ocean. So for me, how I found him, I was just going on the beach. I was playing with my friends on the beach, just chilling, until I found him, and he was stranded. I was like, "Who is that? Oh my goodness!" And I came over and I saw him. He was laying on the ground unconscious. I was like, "Oh my god, I need to wake him up." So I just waited for him to wake up, and eventually, he woke up. He looked at me. He was scared. He backed away. I was like, "Hello, who are you? I'm Cece or Celine. What's your name?" And he was like, "I don't know my name," because after all those testing, he lost his memory of what happened. He doesn't know what happened. All he knows what happened is he was a kid, and he was different, and now he's a big, scary monster shark thing, and he's getting bullied for his tail. And I was like, "Oh, let me name you then. I'll name you." And he was like, "Okay, but I don't know if I can trust you. You're pretty new to me." I was like, "Okay." I told him that I make comics, and I would like to put you in my comic, and we can have some fun together. I have some of my friends here to meet you, and we have so much characters waiting to meet you, and it would be an honor to have you in the comic. He felt kind of comfortable around me and said, "Sure, I'll join your comic." And then the part where I named him, I said, "Maybe I can name you Shark Boy. It fits your dialogue, whatever." He's like, "Oh, I like that name." And then that's how Shark Boy was created. And you probably heard that he was depressed. Yes, he still knows that he was tested before, and he's depressed about it. And some characters in my comic, they're evil. Okay, they're brutal. They're evil. So they make fun of him, and he just sits in the corner, cries daily, and it's really sad. It's sad, and his confidence, he gained more confidence when more characters came, and more characters knew him. He got more comfortable with the characters, until he's just depressed and confident and a hero. That was a lot of talking, but his story is pretty tragic, pretty, stuff. But he's still depressed to this day. He still is thinking about his old past. He's still a little bit forgotten. he's sometimes forgotten, sometimes ignored, sometimes just there for no reason, and that's why I made him a main character. Because I just thought that like, if people ignored him, then like why would he be a character? So I just put him as a character, main character, and that's how Shark Boy became the most popular character ever. Because people sim for him. Okay, let's say bye guys. If you're a sim for this shark, go for the